Yeah. Yeah, you know what it is. Doing another DXM band video. Yeah, that's right. Like, I'm really doing some shit on here, okay? Fuck all that, man. Look. So, I did the same thing. I did, I did 100 of dextromorphin, which is DXM. And I did, 100, no, wait, what was it? So 200 milligrams of the diphenhydramine / Benadryl. Okay, let me tell you, it's lovely. But in order to succeed, you have to start the story from here. And the story is that this is a cheap ass high. But if you want to categorize the significance of the magnanimous integers, then the equivalent of a hypotenuse is a haiku of a requiem for the maple syrup. Yeah, I did that on purpose. I think I did. This is a different high now. You'll see my face in a minute, whatever. I really can't give you my face, but you know, um, So what I was gonna do with this video is, last video I did the DXM video. I did it at how many fucking times are you gonna say that? I did it at the middle part of the peak. I'm at the very beginning part of the peak. And it feels pretty good, but at the same token, my videos are live and in 3D and in color and in 5 dimensions. So basically, this is the damn it. I cannot fucking figure out what I'm trying to even say. Fuck. It can be challenging. What the fuck? Some white people shit, but not white people because it's a nigga doing it. It's the nigga juice. Don't say that. So, whoa. All I really want to do, honestly, is lay down. This shit hitting the motherfucker, tearing a nigga off. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, man. You fucking little young boys with this fucking music shit. What the fuck is wrong with you? You niggas are so uncreative and unthought out and uncontemplated and unintelligent. You saw the future, and you either saw the future or you saw fucking Ray and Shram and them little bitches, or you seen Gucci Man. You mixed them all, the Soldier Boy and shit, and you mix them all together and put on their outfits. Okay, then you start, because you had no real talent to rap. So you have talent to write hooks and bridges and shit and catchy phrases and shit. And you start, I got the key to the streets. We got the key to the streets. What kind of shit is that, man? Get the fuck out of my face doing dumbass shit. And you got a record deal? The fuck out of here. The people that saw you retarded too. I don't give a fuck if it was Jay-Z. You niggas don't got no type of real substance about yourself. You know what I hear on the radio? You know why I listen to the radio from time to time? I don't listen to this fuck shit that you're putting out. I just like the beat sometimes. That's where rap is at. Everybody, the only person that is making updates on the rap game is the Future or Ray Shraman or Gucci Man. Because all y'all niggas trying to be with these tight ass jeans and tight ass gay ass shirts, trying to be hard. I seen that motherfucker boy King talking all that shit in Bacon Hill and whatever the fuck he's from, Bacon Hill, and doing all this shit in the mall and shit and stunt like he really owns some shit, doing some shit. And the nigga just ran up and tried to push up on him a little bit. This nigga ran like he was at the zoo and some elephants were behind him or something. The fuck, get this off that shit out of here, okay? The fuck? That Hoodie Baby video, or whatever that motherfucker's name is, that California, man, it's a bitch, man. He gonna do some stupid ass shit while steal some weed from his homies. Now they got that nigga pinned up against the car and shit. And at the end they were like, well, yeah, run naked. He wasn't naked. They just hemmed him up and took his shirt. This nigga ran down the street shirtless. You're not a rapper. That's some soft ass shit. You're more like a white boy or something that can't fight, or nerd or something. Bill Gates, motherfucker. The fuck? Running down the street all black and ashy. Now run naked, bitch. And then the nigga ran too. He was running fast with his gut. The fuck, man. This bullshit that's being created. Please. Keep it to yourself. Don't try to mass produce this nonsense. I think it's time to show my face, and you see a better way how I'm feeling, because I just got empty headed. I don't know what else to say again right now. I just need to climb, and this shit just keep getting stronger and stronger and stronger and stronger. So this is my face. So this is my face, okay? Ain't no fucking way that I talked about Bow Wow. Leave him alone. You know, niggas is bitches in the game. Okay? So, basically, on everything I love, I cannot really tell you. What needs to happen in this video, I can't tell you. You know, DXM makes me quite ugly. Child. Shit makes me ugly. Like Jaleel White out fucking Family Matters. Motherfucking Steve Urkel. You remember Steve Urkel and shit? You remember that show? And he had built some type of alter ego machine. I don't know what type of machine. I was 7 years old when that shit was happening. He had built some type of machine. And he would turn into some smooth ass motherfucker. He wouldn't even no nerd, had no glasses, suspenders, none of that shit. That's what I look like. You know, I like Jamie Foxx and Martin mixed together, but they can't even look like this. I don't understand, man. Where Kanye at when you need him? Kanye fell the fuck off, man. Where the fuck is Kanye, man? Whoop a couple more paparazzi. I look at that shit when I'm super blazed, or if I smoke a lot of weed. I'll be on YouTube and shit. I'll be on YouTube and shit. That's some funny ass shit. This is the irritating part of the high right now. Is the irritating part of the high right now is that I have an idea to do something in this video. I have the idea, and when I get ready to execute the idea, it's gone. This ain't for everybody. If you're scared, go to church. What the fuck is that, nigga? Motherfucker. 2003. First of all, this ain't for everybody. You gotta understand the way that I'm tripping off this fucking basically NyQuil and DayQuil at the same time. The way that I'm tripping off this shit and how this shit is being co-created, self-created, and manifested. You may not react like that. The way that I feel, or level of goodness that I feel, you may not feel like this. You may take the same dose I took with a high tolerance, and you might not even like this. We are the same. We are different. You might feel like me. You might feel better than me. I wish I can teach a responsible way to do this shit. First of all, before you even pop whatever drug, whatever pill, however that goes, let's say pills, pharmaceuticals, well, that is not even a word. Okay. So basically, You know, motherfuckers got iPhones and fucking tablets and Androids. Do your research on the drugs. Don't just go popping them, tearing them back like they're Skittles or Mike and Ike's or Good and Plenty's, because I knew a girl that did that. She thought that shit was candy and she's dead now. Okay? So what you have to eliminate is the fact that um, know the doses, know how much is safe to take, know how much is too much to take, know what it interacts with. Teach yourself that lingo. The next thing you do is you find what you like. Go on this website called Arrowhead Vault Experiences, and it has stories about whatever you're trying to use. Type the drug in, it has stories about it, and you kind of build a collective process of elimination to decide if you should do it or not. When you do it the first time, make sure nobody interrupts you. Lock yourself in your room. Just do everything you like to do in your room or you have in your room, or however that goes. Lock yourself in there and do it. You know, people tell you all the time to have a trip sitter. I'll tell you, no, don't have a trip sitter. Just be mentally strong, because you might be experiencing hallucinations. You might experience funny hallucinations, scary hallucinations, extreme paranoia, something more than paranoia. Extreme horniness, libido, la 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 la. So, mannequin challenge. You know, if you scared and you don't really mess with it, you want to kind of mess with shit to try to see how I am or how I feel. You know, maybe there's a way you can reach your own respirations. Maybe you can't do it if you don't fix the way you're breathing. Maybe find out a way to check your pulse and stay hydrated, but not too hydrated, because you keep on drinking water after water. What's gonna happen is I gotta scratch my arm. What's gonna happen is that you're gonna boost your high. Okay. You know something I have to say. There's something that I like to say. You know, I get compliments all the time, and for some reason I'm weird about compliments. Like people complimenting me, even if it's just a flirt tactic. I'm kind of weird about it, and you know I get compliments all the time. I'm not a person that people probably think I am vain and jerkish. I can be. I'm a Libra, but I do whatever I can for a person if I can. And you know, I just wanted to touch on a subject. Maybe it's never been touched on YouTube. Maybe it has. So compliments for me. I get these two compliments almost every day or all the time. Okay. One of the compliments is that a person will say, you're good looking, or a person will say, you're attractive, or you're so handsome, blah, blah, blah. I mean, to a degree, especially with a person, if I had a low self-esteem, to a degree, yeah, it's good to hear sometimes, but that's not a compliment I need to hear. I hear it all day long, and after a while, it took some time, but after a while, I feel like, just don't say that. Say something else about me. Please don't say that. I'm tired of hearing about how attractive I am. I don't see all the way what you're even saying, but I mean, not to toot my own horn, but it's like, this is something that I get a lot. You know, sometimes I'll be talking to people. Now, this compliment is only a good compliment if it comes from like a lawyer, a judge, a doctor, a NASA scientist. People say you're extremely intelligent, one of the smartest people I ever met, People say, you're very smart, you're sharp. Thank you. But please say something else about me. I don't care no more. I do not care. After hearing it so much, the motherfucker probably looking at me like, you don't want them to say that to you? And I'm like, no, I don't. I don't, because I hear too much. And it's getting harder and harder not to go to my head with it. Just say something else. Okay? I hate that shit. Don't tell me I'm handsome. Don't tell me anything about it. Don't tell me I'm smart or handsome or anything. Just tell me something else. Okay? You know what I noticed about white people, man? Honestly. What I noticed about white people is that, so white people are, so, white people, they hang out with each other, they hang out with their white friends or whatever, color friends that aren't black, and they're themselves somewhat. But when you deal with, like all white family, a lot of white people in the room, as one black person, I noticed that white people start acting ghetto. Start talking about, I have a fucking, they love black people, or my daughter's half white, half black, or they start acting like hip. They start fucking. I listen to Young Jeezy. You know goddamn well you don't listen to fucking Young Jeezy. Don't even play with me. They change. Like, what the fuck? I don't change when I'm around white people. But you know what? Then again, maybe I do have a valid point. But then again, if it's too many white people in the room, I can't be black ass black boy. I have to alliterate myself. I have to utter, proclaim, and project appropriate verbiage, appropriate pronouns, nouns, adjectives, vowels, antonyms, synonyms, syllables. I have to voluntarily create a profound video documented intoxication / inebriation on the level of video recording and for the use of entertainment or educational purposes. Copyrighted by who gives a fuck? Okay? You start talking like that, you been around white people, that's how you gotta start talking. So, how many of you guys remember Doug? Does anybody remember Doug? Like the dude, Doug was crazy as hell. I don't know if I can get in any copywritten trouble about mentioning Doug, but so Doug is a guy, a white boy who writes in a journal. For one, you already know he got issues because he writes in a journal already. So he writes, and he writes in a journal. Doug's world is very fucked up. First of all, one of the main things that you gotta really think about Doug. When Doug be going through his real life, he goes through his real life. But suddenly, no matter where he's at, school, that fucking place he gets his burgers or beats or something, wherever he's at, he'll just bust out and hop into a fantasy. Here's why this motherfucker, he's crazy as hell. First of all, all you hear is first, before he goes into this fantasy, in front of everybody, all you hear is Then he's fucking running through a forest with a gel suit and running through water and shit. He's on a helicopter flying in the air with Skeeter. The nigga, Skeeter's a black person. And doing all this shit. But you know, toward the end of at the end of the fantasy or whatever is going on, after you see what's going on, so yeah, so after you see what's going on, what usually happens is Doug will be acting out his fantasies, internalizing something out in the real world that's not a fantasy. He's fucking he's schizophrenic by far. He's fucking hallucinating all day long, hallucinating. Second of all, who knows if this ain't really a hallucinating type of cartoon, because the people are blue and orange and green and shit. Kind of real as that. Like Doug did too much acid, and that's just his reality now of colored people. I don't mean colored people. I mean colored people. Second of all, you know the blue guy, right? Skeeter. Skeeter's black, okay? Skeeter is black as hell. You gotta know why you gotta make black people blue. He look goofy as hell. Why we gotta be the blue man group? Okay? He had a deep. Sometimes his voice is too deep. He got on some shoes that look like it could be fucking Converse or some type of hip hop fucking athletic basketball shoe. He has on the fucking baggy pants, but they're sweats. He has the fucking stripe on his shirt or some hip hop shit. But he rides a skateboard. Why the fuck? You know he's a black motherfucker. He's always over Doug's house. Like, you know, some black guys got white friends. Some of them black dudes are always over their white friend's house because they can get some free shit or something happens. So, um, um, his sister's crazy, and he busts out all day long. He be in situations. Then at the end of it, I think at the beginning, I don't know. I'm too old now to fully remember the correct demeanor of Doug, but it seems like he writes in his journal after his day's over. Doug got mental issues. No, I don't even know. He's fucking crazy. He does interviews and shit, and he does interviews, and he's not crazy in Lark Voorhees. When you get a chance, type in fucking Lark Voorhees interview. Lark Voorhees is crazy as hell. Tell you the truth, I'm so fucking high. I don't even know if I accomplished. But originally, before my brain was over inebriated and euphorically induced, I don't even know what the video was supposed to be about. So one last thing, something I want to talk about or expose to lots of people. What is it when? What is it when? What is? What is it? What is it when a person it doesn't have a girlfriend or boyfriend? Let's just say girlfriend, but you know they enjoy that love feeling and that sex that they have with their girl, right? Now you have a single male, right? Who plays with masturbates or whatever, right? What is it when he discovers edging? Like he knows how to please himself, but now he just starts edging and starts practicing it for about 2-3 hours a day, a couple times a day. And from his edging, from what honesty seems to be, or whatever, however that goes, his sex with himself on the edging level, stop and go, gooning and shit, is way better than with a girl. What is it when he stops fucking with bitches and commit to edging? Is that rational? Because I think it is. Bye.